I had no idea this movie was out already.
This is new. No.
The movie revolves around a kid named Elio, who is a space fanatic with an active imagination, who finds himself in a cosmic misadventure where he must form new bonds with alien life forms, navigate a crisis of intergalactic proportions, and somehow discover who he's truly meant to be. That's right, a new and original Pixar feature-length film. Believe it or not, but these are getting rarer by the day. With Pixar, but really Disney as a whole, has been shifting on doing more sequels than usual, so it is very nice and refreshing to see that we are still getting some original movies here and there, because God knows how much I don't give a fuck about Toy Story 5. But yes, it is also important to point out that an original movie not only needs to be original to be good, the movie itself also just needs to be good. So where does Elio fall into place? Is it one of Pixar's best? Is it one of their worst films? Or is it just in this weird middle where it's not either bad or really amazing, it's just kinda there? Well, I'm glad to report that this movie is not bad. In fact, I might even say that it's pretty damn good. Now, again, it's not one of Pixar's best, but I was still pleasantly surprised that I enjoyed this very much. It's not perfect by any means, but for what it is, I think it's still a very funny, sweet story. By the time it ended, I was like, you know what, I'm not mad that I watched this. In fact, I'm a little bit sad that not a lot of people are giving this movie attention. It's not bad, it's not terrible, it's not a bad looking movie either. The animation, I think, is very damn good, which I mean, at this point, saying that the animation is good for a Pixar movie, it's like the bare minimum of like positive criticisms that you can give their movies. It's like, obviously a Pixar movie is gonna look amazing. But aside from that, the rest is also pretty solid. Like our main character, Elio, I really like that he's very different from other Pixar protagonists. The movie really starts with this character getting on your nerves. I like that the movie acknowledges that Elio is a little shit. I love that, because as the movie progresses, you see the character develop and how the movie not only acknowledges the very odd behavior of this character, but also telling this character straight to his face, you need to grow the fuck up, okay? Because you can't be acting like this for the rest of your life, you know, talking about aliens and shit. I also enjoy most of the other side characters in the movie, especially the little alien friend that Elio makes throughout this journey. I really enjoyed him. He's funny, he's also very adorable, but in general, I just really like the overall art direction of this movie. I love how space looks in this movie. I love how all the other alien creatures really look very different and very unique. They're not just like humanoid looking alien creatures. No, a lot of these like almost look like parasites, man. Like some of these like are just like space worms or like space weirdo creatures, and it's like, oh, I love that kind of shit in sci-fi movies. And while there was never at any point in this movie where I was crying, by the end of it, I was still very emotionally invested on what was going on, and I was kind of getting very on my feels by the end of it. I was like, this movie might not be one of Pixar's best, but they are still very good at tugging at your heartstrings. And while, again, this movie doesn't make you cry by any means, I think that by the end, you are so invested in these characters, right? At least you get invested in them enough that by the end, the emotional core moment of the movie does kind of hit you a little bit. And I really like that. And again, I do need to preface that I do enjoy this movie, but that doesn't mean that this doesn't come with some issues. For example, I'm not a big fan of the overall reason why Elio acts the way he does. It's another case of the dead parents, or the parents are gone. It's like, man, couldn't you have done anything new or different with this instead of going back to the old reliable, the dead parents? And it's like, that explains the reason why Elio acts the way he does, why he acts in such an odd way. That's his coping mechanism for dealing with the death of his parents. And it's like, man, it's not even fun anymore. There's also Elio's aunt in the movie, who plays the role of being Elio's guardian, or, you know, the parental figure for Elio, which is a decent character. Zoe Saldana voices the character, and for the little bit that she's in, I enjoy her for the most part, but she's barely in the movie, and every time it cut back to her, I was like, oh shit, I forgot this character was even in this movie. You can also tell that this movie went through a couple of changes during its production, because if I remember correctly, wasn't this movie supposed to come out last year, but it got delayed for some reason? I really don't remember why it even got delayed. They're very subtle, and they don't necessarily mess with the story, but you can definitely tell from time to time that this was meant to be a little bit different when it was supposed to come out last year. But overall, even though I have a couple of issues with the movie, I still thought it was decently good. Again, I don't think it's amazing, but also I don't think it's a bad movie. If you have an hour and a half to waste, I think there's no issue in going to watch this, especially if you have kids. I think this is a pretty fine movie to take your kids to. So my final rating for Pixar's Elio is going to be a solid 7 out of 10. Again, it might not be a Pixar masterpiece, but I was still pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed enjoy this movie. And it does make me sad that not a lot of other people are giving this movie a chance. This is Disney's fault for not putting any effort into marketing this movie. I just barely remember that this movie was even out. That's the only reason why I even watched it and made this review. And overall, I'm just very happy that Pixar is still very committed to making original films, because goddammit, I cannot stress enough how much I do not give a fuck about Toy Story 5.
Until then, as you say on Earth, okay, bye. I love you.
Okay.
Bye.
I love you.
But what did you think of Pixar's Elio? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or are you just kind of in the middle? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think about it. And like always, good day, good night, and stay safe.